this chapter we have covered two chapters on the geography side. First, that is resources, and second, that is land and soil resources. I hope you have covered that two chapters. So now we talk about the third chapter, that is water resources. Okay, so you know that water is very precious resources for us. Okay, because in this geography side already I have told you that we'll talk about all type of resources. So now the turn of the water. So you know that water is very important or very precious natural resources for us. Okay, without water, I think our life is not possible. And not our life, we can say that without water, the plant's life, the animal life, it means the life cannot survive on our planet Earth. So it means we can say that water is very important natural resources for us. And we are using, it means we are getting water from many of the things. It means we are getting the water from rivers, from tank, from well, and the most important from rain side. And in the same manner, if we talk about the uses of water, so water is used for drinking, washing, cooking, irrigation purpose, some industrialization in this way. So now we'll just talk about the water resources. Okay, so we can say that there are two types of resources. First, that is the fresh water resources. And second, that is man-made resources. Okay, so if we talk about the fresh water resources. Okay, so fresh water resources, it means you know that if I will just talk about our earth, so there are in our country, in our earth, there are 71% area is covered by water and only the 29% area is covered by the land. In this 79, if you talk about in this 79% water, so in this 79%, most of the water is found in the form of oceans. Okay, and if we can say that in the ocean there are salty water is there because the salinity of the ocean is very much high. So we cannot consume this water in our domestic purpose. So in this way we can say that only some amount of water we are just saving. It means we can say that only some percentage of water. And in this percentage of water, 2/3 of the water, it is just found in the form of, we can say that glacier and ice caps are there. So in this way only 1% water does this fit for human. Okay, it means only we can say that this 1% water we are just consuming. That's why we can say that there are the scarcity of the water. Okay, or there are the shortage of water. So if we talk about the fresh water resources, so there are so many resources are there like rivers, ponds. Okay, so in this way, and in the main important, we'll just a second that rain. Rain is the main important source of water. And it is just recycled by their own process. Okay, the help of evaporation, condensation, and again in the precipitation, the rainwater is just recycled. Okay, so we can say that the fresh water, these are the fresh water resources. Now if we talk about the man-made resources. Okay, so in this man-made resources, we can just classify the resources into some types. First, that is the dams. Second, canals. In this canals are also two types of canals are there. First, that is the one by one. First I will just write it and after that one by one I will explain it to you. And next that is tanks. Fourth one, okay. So if you are talking prepare the dams. Dams is a large construct of body, and in this dam, men prepare this dam for obstruct the rainwater. It means at the time of rainy season, there are excess of water in the rivers. So with the help of the dam, the men can just stop some amount of water. In this way, this water also used for the irrigation purpose, for the generating electricity, and in the same way, in this way, we can just prevent some areas from the flood. Okay. So there are so many dams are there, that Bhakra Nangal dams are there, Indraman dams are there. So with the help of dam, we can say that this dam is the man-made resources, and with the help of dam, we can just hold the water, and this water we can use after when we are the shortage of water at the time, we can just use this water. Second, that is the canals. Canals, we can say that these are the waterways. Okay, and these canals are just connected to the area, and with the dams, these canals are connected, and we can say that these canals are used for the transporting of goods, for the transporting of people also, and for just transporting the things from one place to another place with the help of these canals. So there are two types of canals are there. Okay, first that is the inundation, and second that is the perennial. So what is the inundation? It means in this type of canal, we can say that these canals are just mainly connected with the rivers, those who are the water in the especially in the rainy season only, and at the time of summer season, when the waters are finished in this type of season, these canals are not doing the work. But second, that is the perennial. Perennial, it means we can say that the annual. It means in this type of canals, the whole year the waters are exist in this type of canals, and sometimes these canals are connected with the dams also. So we can say that whole of the year these canals are work, and we can just utilize this type of canals. And third, that is the tank. So tank is also we can say that the man-made water resources, and these tanks mostly used by the people, those who are living in a village area, and with the help of these tanks, the people can fulfill the needs of their water. It means they can utilize this water as a drinking purpose and for washing purpose, and sometimes it is also used by the industries also. And next, that is the wells and tube wells. So wells and tube wells, it is also the man-made resources, and the people are just utilizing the water resources. Those are the water that found in the wells and tube wells. So here you can just easily understand about the resources. First, that is the freshwater resources, and second, that is man-made resources. In this man-made resources, the dams are there, canals are there, tanks are there, and wells and tube wells are there. Okay. So after that, it means you know that water is very important, water is very precious resources for us. So there are one thing is there that in this way we can say that water is very important, and also there are some shortage of water. It means we can say that the distribution of water is highly uneven. Highly uneven. It means everywhere there are not same amount of waters are found. So that's why some areas, it means some part of the world, they are facing the shortage of water. Okay, so that is the natural cause. But then also with we can say that some of the man-made causes also we are facing the shortage of problem. If the people are not utilize the water in a proper manner, then also sometimes these people with their activity, they are just contaminated to the water. So in this way also we are just facing a shortage of water. Okay, so that's why one important thing is that conservation of water resources. Okay, so now we talk about the conservation of water resources. Conservation of water resources, so it means because already I have explained you that water is very important for us. So there are also needed, that is the conservation of water resources also important, because if we will not conserve our water resources, so definitely we people will face the shortage of water. Okay, and some other country like America, Australia, they are also So there we can say that the conservation of water resources is very important for us also and for the future generation also, because definitely much amount of water are found in the oceans and seas. But we know that this water is not fit for the human survival. We cannot drink this water. We cannot utilize this water in our domestic purpose. Okay, and in the same manner that industries, they can also not use this type of water resources. Definitely, some scientists are doing the work in this manner, that how we just convert this ocean water into fresh water. But now this will take time. So right now one thing is there, that we should just conserve our water resources. So there are some steps are there. With the help of these steps, we can conserve our water resources. So one by one, we will just talk about each of the ways, or we can say that in this way we can just conserve our water resources. First, that is the afforestation. Second, irrigation. Third, industrial water. Fourth, domestic use. And the last and very important, that is the rainwater harvesting. So here are some steps are there, or we can say that some methods are there. So with the help of some in these methods, we can conserve our water resources. First, that is the afforestation. You know that afforestation. Did you remember that this afforestation also very suitable method for conservation of our soil resources also. Did you remember at the time of when I explained the soil resources to you, then the conservation of soil resources, then also we have just to explain this afforestation. Okay, so afforestation, it means when we plant a large amount of trees in a particular area. So in this way, this afforestation, this is known as the afforestation. So in this afforestation, this just trees, it means the roots of the trees, they can just hold the soil. So in this way, we can just conserve our soil resources. And if the soils are there and the trees are there, okay, so these trees and the roots of the trees, they can just hold the water also. So in this way, we can say that with the help of, and the main important thing is that trees are also attract to the clouds. Okay, so where the large amount of trees are there, where the rainfall is in large amount. So we can say that first method, we can say that the afforestation. Afforestation is very important method to conserve our water resources. Second, that is the irrigation. Irrigation, it means farmers are using so many different techniques for the irrigation. So there are some techniques are there. With the help of these techniques, because most amount of water is used in irrigation purpose. So if farmers use some special method of irrigation, so in this method also they can conserve their water resources. It means with the drip irrigation method or the trickle irrigation, or we can say that sprinkle irrigation. Okay, so in this sprinkle irrigation method, they can just conserve the water resources. Okay, third, that is the industrial water. You know that large amount of water, definitely the human consumes a lot of water, but then also secondly, the industrial, it means industries also consume a large amount of water. Okay, and after that, it means when their work is finished, so the wastage water, they are just to flow the wastage water in that manner only to the water resources. In this manner, the water is contaminated, and this contaminated or dirty water, it is not fit for the human consumption. So that's why it is just very important for the industrial. It means they have just recycled this water, and after recycled it, again they can use this water, or after recycling, this water can flow to the drained into the rivers or in this way. So in this way, if they are just recycle the water, so the water will not be contaminated and we can utilize our water resources. Next, that is the domestic use. It means the lot of amount water is used in a domestic purpose. It means for washing, bathing, cooking. Okay. So in this way, it is very important for us that we should just utilize our water resources also. Okay. It means when the taps are open in your home, so without any use, you should just close it. And whatever the water you are utilizing in your kitchen, okay, like washing the vegetables, washing the fruits. So after washing them, you can just use this water in your small gardens. Okay, you can just utilize this water in planting the plant or trees also. So in this way, it means domestic purpose also we should just take care of about the water resources, because sometimes we are just seeing like in some time you are in your area also you are just observe the same thing that those who have a lot of water resources, so they are just wasting the water. So if you are just to see this thing, so you should just stop them. And in your school also, some students are practice, they are just open the tap. So if you are seeing anywhere the taps are open, so it is your duty just to close the taps. In this way we can utilize our and we can save our water resources. Next, that is the rainwater harvesting. That is main important method of conservation of water. How? Because you know that there are much amount of rainwater are there, but we cannot store the rainwater. Okay, it means when the time of rainy season is there, everywhere the water are there. Okay, and after finishing the rainy season, again the scarcity is water is there, again the shortage of water. So with the help of rainwater harvesting, we can also conserve the water. It means in your house or very big buildings, government will also bring the approval of this project. It means on the government buildings, the rainwater harvesting system is there, and with the help of this system, they can just store the rainwater. Okay. So in your home also you can do the same thing. It means with the help of the rainwater, we can collect and we can store our rainwater obviously. So in this way, it means already I have explained about the different method of conservation of water resources to you. So I think you have clear about all the method of water resources. Because why we should conserve our water resources? I think now you just know about the answer, because water is very important natural resources for us. And can you imagine your life without water? No, na? So that's why water is very important natural resources for us. So anyhow, we should just conserve our water resources. So I hope you have understood this topic. Please go through the topic, and again we'll meet with the next type of resources. Thank you.